It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll get to see the Eagles' second-year tight end. He's coming off a 103-yard showing last week. It's the Eagles and the Commanders under the lights on Thursday night.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we start week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 103 in the yardage department.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. And an early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Eagles at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And a big part of the problem, too many 3-and-outs on offense. That led them to only scoring 10 points in their last game. They're going to have to find a way to sustain some drives and finish them with points.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll set up to throw. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw here. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive.
And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Finds his man. It's Kohler.
7 yards there on a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On second down, here's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Taken down at the 47-yard line. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's taken in by Dulcich. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Shifts by him, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 14. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and 5. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Draymond Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And 3-and-out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2nd and 6. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Taken at the 37. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jake Camarda now. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. On third down, here comes Swift. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on third and 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Second and 3. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll drop to throw.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Out of the gun now on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Swift.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line.
He's going to try and take off with it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And it's complete to Mitchell.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They run over center with Mitchell. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Right back to Mitchell here.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They'll drop the throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Gonzalez's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Washington on 3rd down.
Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point.
This is 3rd and 4.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he's going to have the Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
K.J. Hamler,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll set up to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete into the... Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Looking to throw. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Charlie Kohler from 3 yards out. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A give here to Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. But once again, it's Mitchell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the
Personal
first.
foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
I know we having a bad on that code.
It's cool as shit. For no fucking reason.
It is for a fucking reason. Cause I'm carrying your fucking children.
That code. No. You said it's for the. You don't even want. You just went on your. You don't even went on you. You just went on your legs. Like.
When you get cold, you stick your foot out of the sheet to cool off. I need the fan.
Okay, baby.
And I don't put it on my face because of you. Yeah, you was going to sleep. You don't need this.
You back?
No.
Okay, here you go.